Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and we're back into the free-to-play account to give you your weekly free-to-play young CGB experience. This is basically episode 2 of how I would handle a free-to-play account in MTG Arena. If I started my collection with nothing and no money, what I would do. And if you haven't seen episode 1, you can check it out on the channel. Go ahead and look that up in the recent videos. Maybe there's a link that will appear here. I don't know how that editing stuff works, but sometimes it works. We have some quests, so the first thing I'm going to do is re-roll one of my quests, and I'm going to pick the one that is color specific, as killing my opponent's creatures is something I can do with many decks. So let's roll. I'm trying to hit a 750 quest. I'll re-roll almost any quest to try to get a 750, as a little extra gold over time can really add up. Then over here we have 1,000 gold and an orb if we, do 4 of something? We have 211 out of 300 XP, whatever that means. Still learning this stuff. Basically, I play the games, sometimes things happen. If you click this, you see where we are at as we move along. They give you an orb, they give you an orb, they give you an orb, they give you some gold in an orb, and so on. At some point here, they give me some special meteor golem, and so on, which is kind of weird because I don't really think meteor golem's gonna make the cut in most of my decks. Kind of sends the wrong message that meteor golem is something super good. So what are we playing with? What do we want to play today? We have a quest that is 20 red or green spells, and we have 30 green or blue spells. So these both have green, so mono green is a good way to go. I strongly recommend sticking to monocolor decks early on in your experience. Right now, monocolor decks are pretty competitive as well, and that means that you can play them even as you continue to build up your collection. We've also got some sweet stuff to add to the deck. This Vivian of the Wilds can certainly make an appearance, should be fun. Other cards along the way, none of these are particularly shiny. Depending what else we have, they might be a little bit better than some of our other cards, but they aren't something I necessarily want to throw in. We've also seen that I really like Diamond Mare in these decks as a combat to red, which is very popular on the ladder, and I throw Arcane Encyclopedia in every deck, even my beatdown decks here early on. I also like cards that say draw a card on them, even when they're kind of weak, like the Rocks Oracle. I'm really more of a control mage at heart than a beatdown machine, and I embrace this about myself. So we have 5 more cards than we need. A few cards just stand out as too narrow and not that good. Plummet's one of those. Another is Centaur Courser, which 3 mana for a 3/3 isn't that good. At least the Greenwood Sentinel, as a 2 mana 2/2, has Vigilance, which means that when you get a Blanchwood armor, it can basically lock the whole ground down by attacking and blocking. But Centaur Courser as a 4 of doesn't make a lot of sense here to me. It does leave a bit of a hole in our curve, as we have all these early plays and then all these late plays. But I think that will be okay for now. Llanowar Elves, Druid of the Cowl are going to try very hard to get us into these later cards here. We also have some wild cards we could craft, but I'm not ready for that quite yet, and we don't have any sleeves to add at this time. All right, are you ready for some mono green? Let's go find an enemy. All right, we've got Druid of the Cowl, a Rabid Bite with nothing quite big enough to work with it, and Ghalta. Now, this hand is not very good. We need to draw more creatures, but it's what I would call a speculative hand. If we can play a larger creature early and power out Ghalta, it's going to be hard for our opponent to beat us, and Ghalta is probably the best thing our deck can do. So, I'm going to speculate that I get there. Don't try this at home, kids, as there's another land off the top, which is not what we wish to draw at all. We need a creature. Make it a big shiny one. Not what I had in mind, but it's better than drawing another land. Let's get the Druid in there. Our opponent might have a removal spell like Take Vengeance, but if they use it on the Druid of the Cowl, they didn't use it on the Ghalta, so I can accept that. So, 3 planes. What do you do with them? Danitha, the Paragon, another Diamond Mare. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, if Danitha gets an enchantment on Danitha, First strike, vigilance, lifelink, aura, and equipment spells cost 1 less. That can be really bad. And I don't have anything large enough to kill her right now. Well, it's kind of not true. I can run a little bit of a gambit. I can attack with my 2 creatures. If Danitha blocks either one of them, the Rabid Bite will take her down. And I think that's just a good play to get her out of here before she gets enchanted. The opponent does not fall for it. Opponent too smart. Galaxy brain. No! Oh my god, their deck is working perfectly! Boom. 5 damage, 5 lifelink. Another land, no! This is so bad. We drew far too many lands and not enough large creatures. Maybe I threw off the balance of the universe by pulling out my Centaur Coursers. Maybe 3-mana vanilla 3/3 is exactly what the format is about. Oh no, another flyer. And our opponent's gaining all this life. And another Rabid Bite is just not gonna do it. Let's get a new game. Wait, what's my goal? To kill my opponent's creatures? I guess I'm not quite dead. Alright, let's hold on here. Maybe they'll give us something to bite. As long as I can kill something, maybe I get something out of the experience. Uh-oh, looks like another aura. There will be nothing out of this experience. We're just dead. We're just dead. New player experience. Ugh. Sad magician over here. We leveled up for that? It's really generous. This is the everybody gets a trophy version of Magic the Gathering right here. Alright. So we get to pick. I could use some more cool green stuff, I guess. And I guess I need more early game stuff than late game stuff. I definitely don't need another Colossal Dreadmaw. I'll take that. I don't know what the hell this does. Wolf. 3/3 Wolf Spirit. Enters the battlefield, look at the top 5, reveal a green card, put it into your hand. Okay. Upgrade that deck. I wonder what they take out. I'll trust the deck builder, so as not to go in again.
You have enough gold for a booster.
I do? Thank you.
Get one from the store.
I would have figured that out eventually, I'm sure.
This way.
Alright, so buy ourselves a pack. We can buy War of the Spark. Dominaria is probably the best for monocolored decks, and we're going to open War of the Spark cards anyway. So there's definitely an argument for buying Dominaria, as, like I said, it is a set built more around singular colors. It will, however, rotate before other things. In the fall, we're going to lose certain sets. Dominaria, Ixalan, Rivals of Ixalan, those won't be legal in Standard anymore. So some of these, it makes more sense to buy. Sometimes it makes more sense to buy the new stuff. It just depends what your goals are. How much Magic are you going to play in the next 6 months? And how competitive do you want to be? What makes you happy? It's a very personal question. I'm really only going to use this account for a few weeks, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up.
Let's go and open your new booster pack. I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Wow, you're really excited. We got the rare wild card, we've got the uncommon wild card, and we have a...
Beautiful new cards.
I'll just let you be the hype. We've got our hype spark over here.
Finish quests to earn more boosters in gold.
She's just so excited. It's Josie Vest, Lich Knight. It's just so excited. I was a young CGB once too, and I got excited to open boosters. I got excited. Now I know what all the cards do. I've read them 100 times. The experience just isn't the same. What we got? Green stuff. Cool. I mean, this is fine. Arcane Encyclopedia is not a creature. You can tell me to cut it all day. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping my Arcane Encyclopedia. I'm gonna grind out some other beginner decks because I have card advantage. I mean, I'm the person who tries to draft mill decks. So when I play limited, that's usually what I do. It's like, well, if I can draft all removal, I'll eventually run them out of cards. That's like what I call a strategy. Skydiver. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1. So that's already pretty scary. A 2/2 flyer with a 5-mana proliferate clause. This is going to put us on a clock right away, and our opponent might be on merfolk.deck, which is extremely hard to deal with. What's this? When it deals damage to a player or planeswalker, proliferate for 3. Funky. Do I have to rapidly bite this? Because this thing growing every turn would be a big problem, but it's the only thing that would proliferate, but it's not if the opponent plays anything else with a +1/+1 counter. Next turn we'll have Gigantosaurus. And then the Colossal Dreadmaw, possibly the turn after that. So I feel like I need to do something with my mana this turn to progress my game plan. So let's do it. Let's slow that roll. Rabid Bite down the 1/1. Attack with the 1/3. Here comes a something. Yeah, that's another creature that would have been able to proliferate that turn. Our opponent with what appears to be like a budget proliferate themed deck, which is, yeah, it's a little exciting. Some of you might be like, ooh, proliferate. Yes, good. Here comes our Skydiver. Not our Skydiver, their Skydiver. I don't know why I pulled out the Batman voice for that. I can't explain. There is no explanation. Land off the top. Gigantosaurus. This is my wife's favorite card in Magic. She doesn't play much, but when she does, she likes dinosaurs. Unfortunately, Gigantosaurus can be blocked by a 1/1. But it does put our opponent under pressure. And that's the whole idea. Play big monsters till they die. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they also have a big monster now. So I should have 2 turns. If I can draw another land, Meteor Golem can take that Skydiver down. So this turn, send Gigantosaurus. Does the opponent take a block? There's a lot of thinking going on. All right. Druid steps up to the plate, takes a big one for the team. Let's drop the Dreadmaw. Now what do you do? This is going to be a very close game. We can't stop the Sky Rider. That is a crocodile, so we can't necessarily power right through it. So we need a land off the top for a Golem. This is not a land, but it is not death. +1. Until next turn, 1 target creature gains Vigilance and Reach. So we can give our Gigantosaurus Vigilance and Reach, and with Reach, the ability Reach, it can block the Sky Rider. I think we also want to gain this sweet little bit of life. So I'm going to play a Diamond Mare first on green. Then I'm going to play Vivian of the Wilds. We want to do it before we attack, so the Vigilance keeps the Gigantosaurus from tapping.
More reliable than humans.
+1. Target Gigantosaurus.
The mysteries of life are endless.
Can attack with both of these. If we attack with the Druid and the opponent blocks it, then they are 1 removal or bounce spell away from winning. But if they could do that to the Gigantosaurus anyway, that would work. But I don't think that there's a good reason to attack with it. If the opponent chooses to go all the way to 3, it's sort of the same difference. Let's go with like this. What's the crocodile choose to do? Hit, and another hit. Okay. Vivian's other ability is to -2 to look at the top 3, grab a creature, and as long as it remains exiled, we may play it. Also, creatures' spells may be cast as though they had flash, which can be a nice surprise. I tried to mute that. Apparently I didn't. I hit the button, but I can see now I am not muted. Sorry. Springtime. Oh, the crocodile's coming in. Why? What shenanigans is this? Some kind of death touch? I'll risk it. Okay then. That worked. Don't ask me why. Let's drop a golem on you. Blow up your Skyrider, Patrol. Out of there. I can't believe it. We're gonna come back on this one. I thought we were dead. Never give up, never surrender. Good. Cruising along. We didn't get an orb for that one. Let's go play more, get more orb. We drew Llanowar elves. Again, no large creatures. It's a bit of a problem. Maybe the deck just doesn't have enough, like, maybe the curve is just that screwed up that my elves aren't doing enough. We'll see. Maybe I'll replace some things, move some cards around. Here's my Llanowar. Alright, I like getting the Sentinel down, start gaining that life. Maybe it won't be necessary, maybe it will. You just don't know. We haven't played the red deck yet, so that's really where Diamond Mare wants to shine. And maybe it's a little too early for me to be metagaming the red decks. We should be worried about beating the other starter decks, probably more than that, but I can't help myself. I've been so traumatized by red decks. Ooh. Are they going to play a sweeper and kill all of our things? Well, if that's what happens, so be it. Bring forth the elves. If I get swept, you guys will get a good show. The world will reek of scorched elf meat. Rah. Attack with the critters. So yeah, what do they call them? Area of effect spells, like AoE in other games. Here, they're called sweepers because in paper magic, it's like you take a broom and you sweep all the things away. And that's what we're afraid of right here. But it's a Skymarch Bloodletter. This is a 2/2 flyer, so we don't really want to attack with our elves here, but we can attack, well, not our Llanowar ones, but we can attack with our Sentinel and our Diamond Mare and keep some pressure going. If the opponent blocks a Sentinel, they will trade. If they block a Diamond Mare, they'll bounce off each other and neither will die, but 4 damage will get through. I really didn't know there if the opponent wanted to trade or to bounce off the Diamond Mare, so attacking with all just kind of opens up the possibilities of getting another point of damage. And another Bloodletter is here. Alright. Now attacking with the Diamond Mare is risky because the opponent could double block it with the Bloodletters. Alright, let's keep attacking with the Sentinels. I don't think the opponent really wants to trade for those, considering that their Sky Marchers have flying and are vampires, which might be a relevant type for them if they have a way to pump up their other vampires, but they are going to make the blocks. And now they have no creatures on board. Play another Diamond Mare. Unload the last card from our hand in case our opponent has a way to make us discard it. Black has discard effects. We can't really guess what our opponent's quite up to, and they play a 3/3 double strike. That's pretty strong. We continue to draw very redundant small creatures and no big creatures, which is definitely getting to be a problem. Here comes the double striker. I am not going to block it, so this is going to hurt. Double strike means they hit once, then they hit again. Down to 17. And there's a big creature. Hello. First we can attack with our 1/3s. I guess there is a chance something bad could happen to them in combat, so I will play this first. And what this does is when it attacks, +1/+1 for each land you control, and it has trample, so it will attack as a 12/12. If it isn't killed by some removal spell first. Big old dinosaur. This is a way to sneak another point of damage through. The Diamond Mares will bounce off the Griffin, whichever one they block, and the other one will get 1 more point in. The opponent refuses to block either, though. They must really love their griffin. Can they kill the Brontodon? That's the new question of the day. You see them looking at their hand. And they're dropping the Hammer Dropper. 5-2 Mentor for 4. It's a lot of power and toughness. Does it add up to enough to take out the Brontodon? We'll wait till our turn to make that determination. And the Griffin gets busy. I'm really stunned. All right. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 6. So they can deal 11 damage to it, but it will have 12 power. We can also attack with everything to make a potentially lethal attack. And I think that's the plan. First, I'm going to play the Druid of the Cowl, since some Diamond Mares may not survive this attack, depending what happens. But I think I'm attacking for lethal. Hiya! Don't know what they could have for only 1 black or white mana to save this. Maybe there's something like Gideon's Sacrifice, which I think is a new card. Healing Grace is a card. But nope. Got him. Rampaging Brontodon. Bring in the rampage. And we level up our orbs. Sweetness. Let's get some more of those green cards. Bing. Now I got a Thrashing Brontodon, more Dreadmaws. The aggressive Mammoth, 8/8 for 6, giving all of our other creatures trample, is pretty exciting. Let's get in here. What's up with me? Let's pull out the artifact stuff. Let's just get a lot more like kind of aggro in here. The Grazer's an interesting card. I've seen it played some places. I think I'll give it a try. The computer took out the 2/2 Vigilance and the Titanic Growth, so I was wondering why I wasn't drawing these. I actually really like having these in the deck. What else? There's a Grow from the Ashes. I don't think I need that. The cards that replace themselves while putting a body on the field are pretty good, but we really don't have that many big creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like that could be better, but in the meantime, I guess I'm just chilling. We got the 4 Llanowar Elves. What have we got? We got 2 rare wild cards. What are the good cards that we want here? Oh, I'm going to check something else. I think that some of you very, very helpful folks left some codes that are active on the last video. Let's see if we can get some more codes. Who out there likes codes? I know you love codes. I know you do. You come into my channel on Twitch all the time being like, code, 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 give me code, hash code. Code, please. All right. All right, let's see what we've got for code. Give me a moment to open up another window. Or this will get edited out, maybe. I find that it's very hit or miss on whether that happens. Here we go. Starter styles, okay. We got a code? Oh, we do, look at that. So we get some of these sweet, like full art styles and some card backs. Baller. What else do we got? There's starter styles. Parallax Potion? Parallax Potion. Parallax Potion. Just like this. Parallax Potion. Boom. What's that do? We got some Revitalize. Okay. Sure. Super Scry. We got some Opt for... Okay. Stuff's good. Stuff's good. Foil Fungus. All right. Shiny Goblin Pirate. Okay, that's very descriptive. Oh, look who it is. Everyone's favorite. Sparkle Druid. All right, these aren't necessarily cards. They're just shinier versions of the cards that we're showing off. Okay, got all that. Yay, codes. Codes. So many codes. All right, I think that's all the ones that are on the docket now. Let's get back in here. apply styles to apply your new shiny cards, and up here click on this thing, and that's how you apply your card backs. Now how about these? The cards I think I want most are either Crawl Harpooners or Merfolk Branchwalker. Merfolk Branchwalker, though, you can play in a number of decks, and Crawl Harpooner is also in a few decks, but it's pretty specific. But this card is pretty much used in many green decks. You can use it all over the place. It has this sweet ability to replace itself. So I want to craft these. Get some good 2-drops in the deck. And for the rares, I want Steel Leaf Champion, which is pretty unreal. Is it like one word? What am I doing here? What's wrong? There it is. Oh, I spelled steel wrong. I'm really bad at this. All right, I want this card. It's a really great, it's 3 mana for a 5/4. It can just win you games, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm not sure what I'll craft with the commons. I'm sure I'll find something along the way, but right now, like, nothing's popping to mind for a common I really want to craft. And then what I can do then is pull out some of the more expensive cards, like Colossal Dreadmaw. I don't really love Vigilant Baloth either, but it's okay. Dryad Greenseeker's a bit slow. Grazer's a bit weak. We really want power and beatings. Beatings and power. Can probably go down to like 2 Titanic Growths, although we still haven't drawn or played one yet. And yeah, let's bring it. We upgraded.
If you
See
know
how...
someone you want to play with, you can challenge them here.
No, I don't have any friends. Thanks, though. Just kidding. If you want to play against CGB, go ahead and post all your info in the comments. I might be trolling. There's only one way to find out. Alright, it's a good hand. We got a quick Blanchwood armor. We've got some Rampart critters. They'll do stuff. Our opponent's mulling to 5. They're also running a 62 card deck. You want to stick to... Ooh. Just like that, we drew it. I was going to say, you like to stick to 60 card decks to give yourself the best opportunity to top deck your strongest cards in each matchup. And then what do? Top deck our strongest card. Boom, turn 2. Llanowar Elf Steelleaf Champion. That is a combo. Our opponent with a Wild Growth Walker. That's a good one. Whenever they explore, gain 3 life, make the Wild Growth bigger. We're going to want that dead. And fortunately, we have the card to do it. Our opponent kept Tybalt on top. I don't even see red mana. I'm so confused. Get out of here. Let's use the Branchwalker to try to find another forest. I think we need that more than the mana generation. And we can graveyard that. We don't need another Druid of the Cowl. So, do you have red mana for that Tybalt you kept? Oops. Don't keep cards on top with your explorers if you can't cast them, is generally a good rule. We can all learn from this. This is a little bit rough. We go first, which makes it better. YOLO. We'll try to build the largest Brontodon in the history of mankind, with 2 Blanchwood armors and a Rabid Bite to kill something. If the opponent kills our Brontodon, though, what a mess we could be in. Our opponent's thinking about their hand. They've got Teferi Avatar and they're sleeved up. I'm already thinking that they're going to try to play some Teferi control deck. Be still my heart. Another forest to the battlefield. And our opponent with 2 plains. What do you do with them? Daybreak Chaplain. So, a white intro-ish deck. Let's get our Thrashing Brontodon on the field. We do have to be concerned with taking Vengeance. There's actually a good amount of, like, taking Vengeance and Hieromancer's Cage in the white deck, which could punish us really hard for using Blanchwood armors. Holy cow. So this is where my aggro nature like what the deck is kind of built for, wants me to play the Blanchwood Armor and smash, smash, smash. And my conservative nature says that's probably not going to work. All the opponent has to do is remove my Brontodon and I have nothing. Whereas if I hold the Brontodon back, I can basically keep their creatures from attacking me, and over time I can draw into more creatures that can I can basically send in more liberally. So what's the right play? Well, here on the channel I want to show you all of the things, and there is something to the poker thing of make them have it. So when this dies, I'll be saying I told you so, but for a moment here, let's get in there and show how strong the deck can be before our creature gets totally wrecked. Prodigious Growth gives a creature +7/+7 in trample. Blanchwood Armor +1/+1 for each forest you control. And there's a chump block with the Chaplain. Interesting. Well, now even if our creature dies, at least we killed a Chaplain on the way. If the opponent, so if I'm the opponent and I have a removal spell, I wouldn't block there because I know I'm about to kill the creature. But you never know what these players using the new player experience decks are going to do. Blue mana. They have 2 colors. They have a Leonin War Leader. Oh my. And they did not kill my Brontodon. What's your next trick? Alright, Leonin War Leader's a house. 4/4. When it attacks, create 2 life-linking cat creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. So it can gain some life, and it can make creatures that will come the next turn after they attack block the Brontodon all day. That's a problem. Let's keep doing big Bronto things. Actually, we'll attack first and see if the opponent blocks with the wrong creature. Give them a chance to make a mistake. If they blocked with the War Leader here, I'd be very happy. My god, so much damage though. The opponent says good game. Maybe they just don't have a way to kill it. And now we'll take out their War Leader. And we'll see if they have a way to kill the Brontodon. Did they good game because they can kill the Brontodon or because they can't? Fingers crossed. Hold on to your butts. It's the Arcane Encyclopedia! Oh no. Kill him! Get him! Hulk smash for 22! Holy cow. Mega Bronto. Mega Bronto. Results may vary at home. If your Brontodon gets killed in that situation, don't come crying to CGB. Ooh, we can buy another pack. We're having a good day. Having a good day. Let's go get those Dom packs. Knight of Windgrace. Probably not going to use that or any of these cards anytime soon. Not the Grace pack. It happens though. I know, I'm such a buzzkill on packs. I'd get excited if I opened like another Steel Leaf Champion or something. I promise. I get a little excited. I crack a smile. Creepy, huh? Yes, good. All right. I'd say we're rocking and rolling here. We can Blanchwood Armor up the Llanowar Elf on turn 2 and have a turn 2 3/3 going in 4/4. If the elf lives, let's see. Our opponent played a mountain. Mountains are generally known for being able to zap my stuff. Zap indeed. Killing the Llanowar Elf on sight is an old school strategy that will probably live on forever. The mana boost from Llanowar Elves is so powerful that you should probably kill it if you have the opportunity. Diamond Mare. Somebody else subscribing to the Diamond Mare philosophy. It's kind of, yeah, it's more of a way of life than anything else when you Diamond Mare. Here comes the beats. Ouch. What else you got? Draw 2 with the Charted Course. Must be nice. Wait. Too many Blanchwoods and Titanic Growths, not enough critters. It's been a theme a few times now. Actually, every game for the last 3, we've had more like ways to pump our creatures than creatures themselves, which at some point that has to even out, because I don't think that's actually a characteristic of the deck. I don't think there's no way we run more of these than creatures. I think it's like 5 of these, 6 if you count Prodigious Growth, and like 20 some creatures, but it keeps happening. Shuffler. I blame the Shuffler. All right, Oracle, draw me a good card, please. Please draw me a really good card. Opponent looking at their hand. Surely they're going to kill the Rocks Oracle immediately. There's a Steel Leaf. Oh, it's on. Does the opponent kill the Oracle? No. No, they say you may live. For now. Another Dragon Egg. So these eggs are interesting little cards. They have defenders, so they can't attack. When they die, you make a 2/2 red dragon creature token with flying. That also has fire breathing, which is red. This creature gets +1/+0 till end of turn. So they don't do anything until you kill them, which is sort of an interesting trap we might fall into. So I want to try to get the Blanchwood Armor on the Oracle. If the opponent responds with a Lightning Strike, we have Titanic Growth, which can help us attack for a lot. The problem with that is the opponent just chumps with an egg and makes another creature, and we get no damage through, and we wasted our Titanic Growth. On the other hand, if we play Steel Leaf Champion and protect that with the Titanic Growth, it cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, of all of which these are. So I'm not even going to attack with the Oracle and let my opponent make some dragons. I'm just going to run out the Champion and protect it. And then I'm going to suit it up into a monster and kill my opponent with it. And they won't even be able to block with their little things. The Titanic Growth being able to pump the toughness can save it. Ooh, Blink of an Eye. Okay. Interesting. So our opponent did that. I still don't want to give them the dragons. I think that's one way that I can lose the game, is give them these fire-breathing dragons that can start pouring damage on me. So I can still replay the Champion here, but if I do, the opponent might be able to untap and kill it. But if they wouldn't have blink... See, when they use the blink spell is timely. I might be playing around too much, so I'm going to run the Champion back out there and be bold. I think I'm overthinking it, which is kind of my trademark. Not gonna lie, I've overthought a play or two in my life. Enigma Drake is a 3/4 flyer. It gets +1/+0 for each instant or sorcery in the graveyard. There's a forest. Let's try putting a big old Blanchwood Armor on this critter. See what our opponent has. This is where if they had another spell like Blink of an Eye would be a big pain in the butt. They've got something. What is it? Shock your Dragon Egg. Okay. Okay. You made a 2/2, and you grew your Enigma Drake to a 4/4. Alright, here it comes. The only thing that can block it is the Enigma Drake, which, well, I guess the dragon can block it. But I guess if the dragon blocks it, I'm okay with that. Hiya! Alright. Down. So I want to hold back this Blanchwood Armor in case our opponent draws another Blink of an Eye, so I don't lose that. I do want to use this Rabid Bite, and I want to kill this Drake now before it gets to do anything to me. Because those things can grow pretty big and crazy if you have enough cards like Chart a Course, and the opponent scoops it up. Can't beat the giant Steel Leaf Champion. Still leveling up. I guess, well, okay, we got a pack and another Ariel. Deck really wants us to play Black-White Knights. So I could get these shiny Llanowar Elves. I already have them, so that's kind of bad. But I can't get to these decks until I complete one of these courses, so I guess I'm going to do it. Yay! Green expertise. I am now a super green mage. Let's open the pack that we got. Commence the Endgame is a really fun blue rare, drawing 2 cards and then making an amass zombie creature where it's as big as the number of cards in your hand. So it's at least 2 and hopefully much more. I really like it. Can't be countered, really fun. Ashiok, good for mill, and an uncommon wild card. I'll take it. What's happening? Oh, they're playing the trailer. It starts with 1. If you haven't seen it, it is a pretty magical trailer.
So hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
There's that little lag there. Why? Fight, Gideon, fight!
In the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to lose it all.
Why the lag?
But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Get him, Lily! Get him! Oh, don't lag me. How uncool. No. I'm trying to feel something here. Angry Boulder Striker. Oh my god. Yeah, I still can't see that enough. For those who don't know, I was at PAX when they debuted that trailer, and if you watch it on the Magic live stream, it didn't have sound and was kind of a cluster, but in PAX, in the theater, in the big arena stage thing, the sound was cranked and the lights were dimmed and it was intense and it was all the feels and it was awesome. All right, I think I can leave it here. I think we can call it a day on day 2 of the free-to-play series. Thanks for watching this video, and there will probably be another free-to-play series video next week. Remember to leave comments and share with other people who are getting into Arena. The more views that these videos get, the more likely I am to keep making them. So thank you very much to everybody who's watched the whole thing, and remember to leave a comment and share with your friends. Subscribe if you like the channel. At 25,000 subs, I will do a live stream. That's kind of a little announcement here for those who stayed till the end. So if we get to 25,000, special live stream for all of you. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.